Hello and welcome back to another episode here on the OmathaCraft server. In today's episode we are going to be doing the redstone for the bank, and I just came up on top of the town hall and I was just looking around Communal, and doesn't it look nice? I love the collection of different builds. I love the town hall, of course, and that is where we are going to be working today. It does look quite small when you're standing up here, but hey, let's jump into things. And what I first want to do, as you can see, my inventory is full of resources. I have begun work on the redstone, but for the rest of the day, hopefully we're going to get all of the redstone done. Okay, so here is what I've done so far. If we jump down inside, as you can see, we have the droppers, which are going to be storing the shulker boxes. They are in place. Obviously, we will need the water streams in place. I'm not doing anything water related. Okay, I'm not doing anything water related till we finish the project, because I do not want to start breaking loads of redstone and messing everything up. Let's say we needed to break a block, one of those blocks, and then we get water everywhere, it destroys all the redstone, and then we get loads of chaos and I cry, and we don't want any of that. So what we're going to do is, I think what we're going to do this in collection of time lapses and jump cuts. The first thing I want to do is I want to build up this top section up here, and then we'll move on. The second part will be the sorting system, and then the third part will be the link up system there, then the return system, and then water streams and all those kind of bits and pieces. So hopefully we should be able to get this done in today's episode. It's looking good. It should be okay. The first thing we need to do now is I need to go and open up the world, take a look at what I need to build, and then I guess we'll crack on and build it. I think it's time for a time lapse. Okay, and there we go. So we did quite a bit in that. As you can see, there are a few dirt moments. I did make some mistakes, as you can see, but this is all now in position. That means we've got the whole activation system, but we are missing a key part in this, which is the whole keycard system, which is the whole of this area back here, which is what we're going to work on next. And because it isn't such a major thing, it should only take me 5-10 minutes to quickly put this sorting system together. I'm going to do this off camera. Then the second time, we have testing to do, because obviously all the timings are going to be different on the server, because we've got 16 volts, not 5 volts, which we have in the testing world. So we're going to have to do all the timings, and there's going to be a lot of trial and error with this, and a lot of work involved. But what I want to do now is I want to get the whole storage system in place in this area here. Once that's in place, I'll catch you, and hopefully we can work on all the timing systems, and then we shouldn't be too far gone. Okay, so the item sorter is now done. As you can see, if we fly up here, if we can fly, thank you. As you can see, this new bulky circuit stuck on top of the system, and I've run out of fish, which is nice, is now all complete and in place, which is looking very nice. It means we now have functionality for our item sorter, which is epic. One thing we do need to do is I think we're going to use tripwire hooks. I think they look quite cool as key cards, or possibly we might use bits of paper. I'm not sure. I think tripwire hooks would look cool, but for each one of these hoppers, these need to be full with the key card itself alongside, let's call it another stack. So we need about 6 stacks per row. And that's about times 6. So I don't know what 6 times 16 is, but that's quite a lot. So we're going to need that amount of stacks of tripwire hooks. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a fun, well, whenever we decide to work on that, that's going to be a fun job trying to work all of that out and gathering all of those tripwire hooks. That is going to require so much iron. So next up we have to, what do we have to do? Oh yeah, this area down here needs some filling up of space. As you can see, this place is actually looking quite epic, I have to say. That is looking really, really good. We have to build in the whole system down here, which is the timing circuits, all that kind of bits and pieces. And then we got to work on the timings, because the timings, as I said earlier in the video, only work in the testing world. Now, it is longer, it is bulkier, meaning we need to get rid of that. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Meaning there's more work we need to do. So what we're going to have to do is let's build up the basics, get the logic in place, make sure that functions, and then we can crack on and get the other parts done. I think this is good for another time lapse, getting all the basics in place. Then we're going to spend a lot of time trying to get those other bits ready. Oh my word, I don't like that. I do not like that at all. Where has they must, oh, this must be the only spawning spots available in this area. I was so close to about to fly down there. I'm just adding in the water streams for the item transportation, and whoops, there we go. If we add that in, I'm going to add obviously all the ice. We're going to have a pressure plate there. Add all these water streams in, but wow, I am going to light this thing up now, because the moment you fly away, it gets a bit dangerous. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let's light this up. And you know what? Is there a way I can light up some of these blocks over here? I reckon if I add, let's say, a torch on that block there. Let's add a couple more. One there. What light level is this? That is lights. Right, that's like 6. So we'll add another one again there. Right, that's better. Hopefully. Oh, I did see it go down. I'm going to walk around for a little bit. We seem to be all good on that front there. Right, okay, so the redstone blocks are now safe. I had a heart attack there. I really did. Okay, so I've been thinking about what we're going to use for the keys, the actual keys, what you put into the system to get your shulker box out. And I was thinking about tripwire hooks, which I've been talking about the whole time, and then I looked at how expensive they are. It's about 3.5 double chests, so even more than this. 3.5 chests, sorry, full of tripwires, which would mean all of that full of iron, all of that full of iron, and that full of iron, and more of wood and sticks. And then I thought, I looked in my redstone shulker box, and then I thought levers, cheaper to make, means you only need sticks. We need 96 stacks, 96, because we need 6 stacks per system for the sorting system to work properly. So I think we're going to go with the levers, because I really don't want to use up all of that iron there. That was all of the beacon I had set up down there, plus the stuff I had in the shulker box, plus the shop. And I think we got some at the base, but I'd rather not exhaust all of my iron supplies just to make some keys that you're not even going to see most of the time. So I think levers are going to work the best, which does still mean we need 96 stacks of sticks, which is quite a lot, and 96 stacks of cobble. So I'm going to go and head to the base. I reckon, well, I'm going to get all those crafted up. Hopefully we can get that sorted nice and quickly-ish, and then we can put that in the system, and then we have to do timing systems. The reason I'm doing this first is because I need to be able to actually run items through the system to work out the lengths of the repeaters, all that kind of stuff, and all the timings. So I need to get all the keycards done first. Right, I'll get this sorted, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, so if we come over here, we head up this sort of mess. As you can see, all of these have finally been filled. This is the last one we need to fill. This is the spare vault, so we're just plopping those in there. These will obviously get renamed to the actual names of the vault owners when we actually have someone to own those vaults. So, all of these have been filled. What we have done is we have filled this bottom one fully with the name of whose ever vault is and their keycard, and there's also a spare stack in there. That stack will eventually go into there. That will become the 41 in there. We also need to get a load of iron bars, which I think I actually have downstairs, and then the rest will become spares. We'll keep spares in the bank vault storage, which we have at the end here. This will be a vault which only I have the keycard for, so technically get two, but I won't be keeping any of my stuff in there. I'll be keeping spares of keycards in there. So in case someone loses theirs or needs a spare one, I've got one there just in case they need to use it to access their vault again. So what we need to do now is, I believe somewhere around here I have a load of iron bars. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab some of them. Okay, so after coughing for a little bit, we have come back up to the top with the iron bars. We're going to put them in just in every single hopper, just like this. And that is going to hopefully swallow the... Actually, do I want to name... I think it'd be best to name these, just to stop anything going in there that could break the system. Yeah, I think that would be best. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to name these. Let's pop downstairs. I think we should only need a stack or less. So let's put the other 2 stacks away. If we go into the bottom one here, I've gone through 2 anvils and a couple of trips to the ender to get all of those names. That was 96 different stacks named. What should we call it? Should we call it... hashtag bank filter 101. I don't know why there's 101 on the end or a hashtag, but there is. So we're going to pop up to the top. I'll fill all these hoppers. I will get the sorting part done, and then we have a really large proportion of this done. Then we need to go on to the timing phase of this, which is going to be a bit of a mission in its own. So if I grab my keycard there, what we do is we put the filter in there, we put them in there. So we need to get 41 of these, which will be just like that. So we have 21 spare. That is it. So if we put one in there, it leaves the system and it goes into that. Why is... Oh yeah, because of course there's always 2 that come back out. Forgot about that. But yeah, that is all functioning brilliantly. Let's crack on with things, fill these, and then I'll be beginning on the timing circuits. Guys, I think it's done. I have spent so long doing this. I spent probably about 2 hours on Sunday, and today is Monday. I just finished it up today. Finally, after a lot of trial and error, we have all the timings in place. Ironically, it was actually half a stack of repeaters and 10 comparators, and that seems to do it. Let's test this. What I do is I have here my keycard, which what we're going to do is we're going to head down here, and as you can see, this would be my shulker box. This is a bucket. All the other ones are comparators. Everything else is filled up, and we're going to go and try and retrieve our bucket from the vaults. So let's fly up to the surface. There we go. And slide into the area just in here. We're going to place our keycard in there. That goes through the system. We're going to stick our heads down here and just watch all of this happening. There we go. Kind of see the keycard going along. It'll get picked up there. We should see this activate. There we go. That's been activated. That means it's been sent into the system. There we go. We saw the bucket. That is coming through the system. And in just a second, the other keycards should be dispensed through a dispenser down there, which will put them back into the water stream. So if we head back up to the top, we should have our 2 keycards. They haven't arrived yet. It might just take another second. Okay, that's a bit worrying. It did just work when I tested it just then. What has gone wrong? What has gone wrong? There's probably... Can I get onto... No, I can't. I'm going to find out where these guys have got stuck, and I'll see once I've found them. Aha! That's why I haven't put a block there. Phew! That's not an issue. There are definitely 2 in there. Oh, that's a good thing. That is a very good thing. We're going to put that block there. And yeah, they've gone through the system. Very good, very good. And I'm going to place a couple of blocks there just to stop any mobs spawning. Phew! That was just my redstone error. Phew. So then we get them both have returned. We will put 1 keycard back and we're going to return our shulker box. That goes back in the system just like that. And we should see those going. Yep, they're going through the system. That shouldn't be fired. that seems to have been picked up. That hasn't been fired. And then if we can kind of jump down here a little bit. I was trying to land on a slime box, that failed. Hopefully we should see in just a second that observer goes down. Yep, there we go, and that has gone back in the system. Guys, the redstone for the bank works. Okay, so now the redstone system has been completed. I guess it's time to build up the bank itself, because as we've got a bit of an issue. I mean, it's not looking the prettiest, is it? We've got sort of sea lanterns dotted everywhere. We've got a random bit of blue glass in the floor, which I have no clue why is there. And one thing I do want to do, I'm just thinking, I definitely want a glass floor so you can look down onto the redstone. I think that'd be pretty cool to look down. You can look down when you put your item in the system, see all the items moving around, the redstone functioning. I think that'd be a really cool idea. But the first thing we need to do is we need to obviously build up the bank, get the main structure in place and all that kind of bits and pieces. So, in a stream I did on Saturday, which is one I think you should definitely check out, a few things happened. A shulker box of redstone got destroyed. I hit a banana live on camera, and I think something else happened, which I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh yeah, I nearly died and lost all my stuff in lava. We managed to get 2 shulker boxes full of quartz ore, which is really nice. I think I might do a couple more, because we probably don't have enough. But what we need to do is we need to craft all of this up into quartz, and as you can see, we're not going to have loads. Not as much as I thought we'd have. So yeah, I'm going to see how far we get. I think the first thing we need to do is I want to put up the roof. The roof is going to be fully made out of quartz. That's going to be the thing that costs the most. This pattern here is going to be continued along, and that's going to be expensive. It's going to be very expensive. So what we're going to do is we're going to build this the whole way along, and then I think the walls are going to be made out of white concrete. We obviously need to put more details into the walls. This is definitely not the final bit. It's a bit dark there. And then we've got to do all the inside details, because we've got some awesome ideas to put in here. Loads of bits and pieces to do. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to try and get the whole roof done. Okay, so there we go. We have used all of the quartz, and we only have this little bit left, which isn't too much, to be honest, considering we have a data pack on the server, which means you can craft 8 stairs with a normal recipe instead of, I think it's 4. We got quite far. We've done all of one side, we've done all of this bit over here. It is just this small section left, which is probably a little bit more. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head out to the nether right now. I'm going to grab a shulker box. Or maybe I'm not. I'm just going to go and fill my inventory full of quartz in the nether. I'm going to definitely grab some fire resistance potions, because as we found out in the stream, they are very, very useful. I'm going to grab a couple of them. I think that's about it. Have I got enough food? I'll bring an extra stack just in case. I'm going to head to the nether. Where's my food shulker box gone? Now, have I left that downstairs? I probably have. I'll sort myself out. I'll go and get some stuff. Okay, so after that quartz mining session, we have it completed, and I also went on a concrete gathering session. We have finished all the walls. Obviously, there is no detail whatsoever in them. This is just the plain brick walls. Obviously, there's some tons of detail added to it, just to make it look not plain at all. But guys, I've noticed something. Something that I think if I don't fix, people might go mad. Now, we're going to walk through this door. This door is centered around one block. The bank is centered around this one block. The chest is one block off. Which means I will go mad if I do not move it over by that one block, and I cannot believe it's taken me till now to notice that it's one block off centered. Now, I don't think there is lots of work I need to do to shift it over, apart from the bubble column, which I might be able to do some moving along here, or whoa, hello, goodbye. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move this over. I've got no choice, have I? So I'm gonna move all that over by one block. It's gonna be such a pain. What? Ooh, mobs are spawning on there somewhere. I'm gonna have to keep my eyes. Can they spawn? Can someone tell me if mobs can spawn on hoppers? Because I really cannot work it out whether they can or whether they can't. If you know, let me know down in the comment section. Yeah, I'm gonna move this over by a block. Okay, so after moving all the redstone over, I've done a little bit of work. I've added the windows, the roof is obviously complete, and I've got an idea for the back here, which we'll be doing in the next episode, because I don't have any more time left. But as you can see, we've just completed these small windows running along the side of the bank, looking nice, adding all the detail that's needed. And that is all the time I have for today's episode, so if you have enjoyed, leave a like, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!